Good night. Good night. How everybody doing on this beautiful, blessed Sunday evening? So I'm hanging out with my husband tonight, and he said something that was very funny. So we sitting here because it's getting cool outside. It's been raining all day here in Tampa. So we sitting here, got the Christmas tree going. We got the little fireplace going. Look at the tree. We got our little fireplace going. So,
You had it. You had to go do it. Some grudge. What was you buying?
so we sitting here looking at Christmas movies. His favorite movie is Home Alone. But I'm waiting on some more people to come on because what he said was so funny. Hold on. So today, I've been in the house like all day today because I needed some rest. I have been running and running, doing everything. I got up this morning to go get me some clothes for church to put on. I was so tired when I was putting out my clothes. Something was like, go get back in the bed. And I needed me some sleep. So I was in the house all day. I went outside like 2 times today. Well, I'm telling like 3 times. I took my husband to work, went to Publix. Then I had to go back out to pick my husband up from work. So I've been in the house like all day. My body was just like tired. And I like just shut down. So that's why I haven't been on YouTube today. But anyway, so me and my husband was sitting here talking because we like to sit and look at Christmas movies when it's Christmas time. So that's why we like to sit, turn on the Christmas tree, have a fireplace burning. And let me tell y'all something, it's not a real fireplace, it's one that you plug up. And it's getting kind of cool outside because it's been raining all day in Tampa. So this is what we doing. But anyway, me and my husband was talking, and we was talking about, when people do stuff wrong to you, how you forgive. And he was like, forgive? I'm like, yeah, I forgive a person, even though that I might hold a grudge a little bit, but then I forgive. But him, he hold grudges. You do stuff to him, he would never ever speak to you again. And if anybody on him from the island, y'all know how it is. Because one thing about him, you do anything to me, my children, and them 11 grandkids, oh my God, he gonna hold a grudge against you. You can come speak to him. He will just stare you dead in the face while you speak to him. Or he might say, why that mother skunt speaking to me? So that's him. Or he'll say, psh. So anybody from the island on here, y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I'm sitting here, I'm talking to him, and he was like, you know how they say it's best to keep your enemy. Y'all excuse me because I got to laugh. He said, Tracy, you know how they say it's best to keep your enemies close to you? I'm like, yeah, that's good to keep your enemies close to you. He was like, no, it's not. I don't want no mother skunks close to me. What I want to keep my enemies close to me for? They can jump off the bridge for all I care because they enemies. So why would I want them to be close to me? Why? And I'm like, why? At least when you keeping your enemies close to you, at least you know what your enemies are doing to you, and you got a heads up.
Like you already know the enemy.
What you said?
You already know the enemy. You don't want to know that thing goes.
Well, he said you already know their enemies. What do you need? What you said?
Well, you need to know that thing goes.
He said you already know that they are your enemies. Why do you need to know what they are thinking about? And he was like, I don't want my enemies close to me. If somebody don't like me and they my enemies, what I want them close to me for? He was like, for what? To kill me? They can go jump off the bridge for me, for all I care. And I couldn't do nothing but laugh when he said that, cause he busted out and said, I don't want that mother skunk around me. That mother skunk can go jump off the bridge for all I care. Why would I want my enemies around me? But I was laughing about it. But I look at it too. Why would you want your enemies to hang around you? Why? Them same enemies that's hanging around you, them gonna be the same enemies that gonna try to bring you down. Them same enemies that they don't want you to have nothing. So they want to bring you down. Am I telling the truth?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're telling the truth.
Yeah.
You want to be close to see when you're dead.
Yeah, your enemy, some of your enemies, they're gonna be so close to you, they're gonna make sure that you dead. They want to make sure that you are dead. Some of your enemies, he must try to come to your funeral, just to make sure you dead. My husband from St. Kitts, just to make sure you dead. And sometimes, let me tell you something. Like he get on me sometimes. He be like, why do you give them a second chance? Why? Because I believe in giving people a second chance. Even though people have crossed me and done me so wrong, he always say, why do you give them a second chance? Don't give them mother skunks no second chance. You give them a second chance, they're going to do the same thing to you again. And I be like, no, I don't want my heart like how your heart is. Because his heart is, once you do something, it's like, you can speak to him. He would just stand there and stare at you. Look at you all crazy. And look at you in your face once you do something to him, me, or them kids, or them grandkids. So he would do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? If you do anything wrong, don't lie on him. Do not lie on him. If you lie on him, there's no coming back from that. Oh yeah, ain't no coming back, is it?
No, sir.
You hear him? He say, no, sir.
Before they get punched in your face, slap in your face, that will be like that.
Let me tell you something. His motto, and mine's too, I'd rather you punch me in my face before you lie on me. You can hit me in my face, but don't lie on me. And that's the same way he is. Hit him in the face before you lie on him. Because once you lie on him, he would never, ever, ever talk to you again. He would never, ever like you again. Because he would look at you and he would stare at you. Why are you talking to him? And another thing too, even when somebody do something wrong, you know y'all know y'all island people who on here, y'all gotta do that. And then he throwing them. You think about that mother skunk. What your mama used to say? About who that be? How she said? Say it.
No, that's what we
Well, anyway, if somebody come up to me and he go to say something, and I know what he's saying, he'll be asking me who that person is. But he said in a way that people don't know what he's saying. So when somebody come up to me and he say that, I already know what he's saying. So I can say, oh, that's such and such. And people say, what he's saying, you understand what he's saying? I'm like, yeah. But I just asked him to say it again. You can say it. I asked him to say it again, but he was like, no, that's for like his family. What it'd be like, I can't even much say it, okay? But when he's saying it, I know what he's saying. But you know, when people like, you understood what he's saying, I say, yeah, I understood. Even the grandkids, all the grandkids understand. When he put on that hard accent, they understand. And he'll be like, Tracy, like we go somewhere and he get mad. He'd be like, translate to the mother skunks. Translate for them And I just stand there and look at him. I'm like, I'm not translating for them. You are speaking English, okay? So why do I need to translate what you are saying? You speaking English, but you just putting it on hard, and they not understanding. I am not translating anything. Well, you need to tell them mother skunk such and such. No, I'm not gonna do that. You need to slow it down so they can understand, okay? We're not doing all that. I'm not translating nothing, okay? Not one thing. And I be telling him, I be saying, you know what you be saying. You know what you saying. Why do I need to translate? I can see if he was speaking Spanish and I knew Spanish, I can translate, okay? I can translate. Hey, mama, let me call you right back, okay? All right, bye-bye. So, I'm not trying, I don't, you speaking English, okay? Break it down so they can understand. And he be talking to them grandkids and he just bring it hard. And people be saying, them children understand you? He be like, yeah, they understand me. They understand exactly what I'm saying. And we go places, and people, all his friends go to talking, I just stand there. And they be like, do she understand, Ma, what you saying? He be like, yeah, she understand what I'm saying. She understand everything y'all saying too, but it's not a conversation that she want to hear about. So she acting dumb like she don't understand. Yes, I understand, okay? I've been with him, 22 years. 22 years. So I understand everything he's saying, even when I go places. Let me tell y'all something. Everywhere I go, I have people coming up talking to me. I have people coming up talking to me in Creole because they think I'm from Haiti just because of the rap. I have island people coming up to me all the time talking to me. Even sometimes, I've been around him so long that even when I'm talking and people talking about something, I be like, psh. I do the same thing he do. And they be telling me, they be like, Tracy, sometimes I forget that you're not from the island. If you don't open your mouth, Tracy, a person will never know that you're not from the island because how you move. And say, when you open your mouth, you can tell that you're a Yankee. But other than that, you never know. You never know. So we just looking. Me and my husband do this every year. Every year we always look at Christmas movies, turn on the Christmas tree, have our little fireplace, and we have a cocktail, okay? So he just got off work not long ago. And I was telling him, I said, do you know how many do you know how many men wish they got off work, came home and had a hot, good meal like this? What you said?
They still wishing because that's my wife.
He said they still wish him because that's his wife. That's his wife. Because he know his wife got his bite 100%. Even though sometimes, y'all, I be want to mess him up. I want to put him in a chokehold sometimes. Because let me tell you something. This husband here, he'll make you put him in a chokehold. And if any woman think that she going to try to come take my husband from me, when she take him, you know what she going to say? Let me go find Tracy and take her husband back to her. Because I can't handle this mother skunk right here. That's what she going to say. Because my husband is a handful, all right? A handful. So sometimes, you know what? It's best to have fun in your relationships. Have fun. No matter what, have fun in your relationship. You're gonna argue. You're gonna have your ups and downs. But in the end, have fun. Because sometimes you might be going through stuff in your relationship, bad things. But sometimes you sit and you think about the good in the relationship. Because nobody could have ever told me that I would be with him for 22 years. No man 22 years. You would ever thought you would have been with a woman for 22 years?
Nope.
You see that? Let me tell you what I tell him all the time. I tell him all the time how he ran the streets in the island and how I ran the street in Tampa. If we would have met back in the days, We wouldn't have never made it. Never made it. Because you know what? He trying to run the streets. I'm trying to run the streets. Hell, me and him probably would have been like, which one of us gonna make out the door before the other? So I tell him that all the time. Cause he was too busy running the streets. I'm too busy running the streets here in Tampa. I asked his sisters, I said, did y'all ever think he'll get married? They said, nope. We never ever thought he would ever get married. Never. So you know what? It was something about this Yankee right here that made him get married. Made him settle down. He made me settle down too. Because you know what? God knew we needed each other. He knew that right there. And I don't care what nobody say. People going to talk about your relationships, but you're going to have ups and downs in your relationship. It's up to you how you're going to handle your relationship. Are you going to throw in the towel, just give it up, or whatever? Are you going to work on it? But you know what? You got to always remember. You still got to mow that grass on the other side. And you still got, what you got to do? You got to cut it down? Okay, you still got to cut it down. This marriage ain't been perfect. Not at all. We had our ups and downs. And let me tell you something. When he married me, you know what? Each one of my family members who got up there and spoke, they said, you got to be a powerful man to marry her. When my mom got up there to speak, my mom said, ooh, you got to love my daughter and them spoiled brats. Because she got some brats. So this right here, this love. The first day this man ever met me in Busch Gardens, the first day, I never forget, I had some burgundy hair in my head. I never forget, I'm walking down down by the elephants at Busch Gardens. The first thing I heard, somebody say, hey, lady with the pretty hair. He came up, I had my tongue pierced back then. I was like 31, finna be 32 years old. I had my tongue pierced. And he was talking to me. He was like, oh, you got your tongue pierced. So I hope it ain't no kids on him because I don't want nobody to say, Miss Tracy, this and that, whatever. But anyway, what time it is? The kids need to be in bed getting ready for school, okay? But anyway, he was like, oh, you got your tongue pierced. I'm like, yeah, you ain't gonna feel it. And he said, you know what? You're gonna be my lady. I'm like, I don't like you. I don't like your ugly butt. He said, you're gonna be my lady. You watch. I said, you must be crazy. I don't like you. Because you know what? He was trying to go with all the women in Busch Garden, okay? But it was something about Tracy, all right? But he was like, you're going to be my lady, you watch. And let me tell y'all something. He said that, and what it's been, 22 years. We're going on 23. It's 22 years, going on 23 years. When that man told me in Busch Garden by the elephants that I was going to be his lady. And I am his lady. I am his lady. So, and I am very thankful that I am his lady. Because one thing about it, my husband makes sure I have. He makes sure my 3 kids all right. He makes sure all them 11 grandkids good. And I never forget. I'm telling my story, y'all, because I never forget when I started with him. I used to walk to work. I told some of y'all my story. I used to walk to work the Busch Garden 3 o'clock in the morning by myself to make sure I get to work on time. And when I wasn't getting food stamps, I was on Section 8. I wasn't getting food stamps, none of that. I was buying food. So one day he called me. And he was like, I'm going to come to your house. He said, I have $100. I love this man. He said, I have $100. He said, let's go to the grocery store. We had cash and carry then. You know this man loved me and wanted to beat me. He said, come on, let me go buy you some food. Out that $100, just save me $3 to catch the bus to work. And I told him, I said, I cannot do that. He was like, no, take this $100 and buy food and just save me $3 to catch the bus. Every day, y'all. This man, we stayed on Bush and what? What was Bush and 50th, like between 50th and 56.
50.
Every day this man got up, walked me all the way to work, stood to the time clock, waited till I punched in. He waited till I punched in, y'all. And he walked all the way home, made sure all 3 of my kids got up. All 3 of my kids. Get up, get ready. He walked them to the bus stop to watch them get on the city bus to catch the bus to my mom's house. And my mom met them at the other bus stop. And my husband, he walked to work every day. And one day I was like, because I wasn't used to no man living with me, I was just used to me, my 3 kids staying together. And one day I was like, you got to go. I'm not used to this, no man living with me. You got to go home. And he got his clothes, he was packing his clothes up. He was walking to the bus stop. He was walking ahead of us. I was walking next, and my 3 kids was walking behind me. All 3 of my kids were saying, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? That's a good man. That man ain't did nothing wrong to you. You wrong. That man, this and that, this and that. And we all us got on the same bus together. My 3 children was going off on me. I mean, I never see my kids act like that. They was going off on me. So me and him got off the bus on Bush and 30th. He still walked ahead of me, and I'm walking behind him. And my children kept going on the city bus because my mom always met them on the city bus. She picked them up. So I got to work. I didn't have no car then. I got to work, and because 2 of my cousins was working with me. So one of my cousins came, and I asked my cousin, I said, can I use your car? She said, yeah. I went, and I was like, let me go pick my man up off this bus stop. He was still there at the bus stop. And I picked him up. I went to him, and I picked him up, and I was crying. He started crying. Look at this. I'm crying. He crying. And I told him I was sorry and that I loved him. I love him. And that I took him back to my apartment. And he been there ever since then. He haven't left yet. And he always tell me, he say, Tracy, I love you the same as the first day I met you. Am I telling a lie?
No.
Okay. He said, I love you the same from the first day that I ever met you. My heart never changed towards you. I never looked in a different way. I never looked at another woman because I love you. But honey, y'all, I picked my husband up off that bus stop, okay? I picked him up off that bus stop, and I took him home, and I cried, and I apologized to him because God blessed me with a good man. But see, I didn't know how to handle what God was blessing me with. So I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I cried. Because if I wouldn't have picked him up from that bus stop, I wouldn't have had him. And he told me, he said, I was saying already that I'm going back to St. Thomas. When you dropped me off at that bus stop, when you wouldn't have never came and picked me up from that bus stop, I was going back to St. Thomas. So I am thankful that I did pick him up from that bus stop. And we have been together all these years. And it wasn't easy because let me tell you, I am a very difficult woman to deal with. He's a very difficult man to deal with, okay? Very. He'll make you want to put him in a headlock sometime, all right? Headlock. So, you know what I had to learn? Don't let people tell you about your relationships. If you love somebody and if it's worth working it out, work it out. Because you always got to remember, you got to cut the grass on the other side. You're gonna have to mow that side down no matter what. Look at it. You're gonna have to mow it down no matter what. And let me tell you something. If you don't have arguments in your relationship, baby, that ain't a relationship. Them arguments make your relationship stronger. That make it stronger. And I'm gonna tell you something, I don't play about my husband, okay? Because at the end of the day, yeah, he my husband. But I look at it, this was my friend before he became my husband. This is my best friend. And he know me like a book. He can tell, oh, that's so sweet of you. He can tell you, he know when something wrong with me. That's my shoulder to cry on. My husband is my everything. And I am just so thankful that God blessed me with him. Because he held my back no matter what. Even when I'm wrong, he held my back. But best believe he checked me. He checked me. And when one time I was in St. Thomas, he made me so mad. I wanted to catch a plane and leave. Only reason I didn't catch that plane and leave because I'm scared to fly by myself. He got in there. He went off on me. He went off on me. He was like, your mother skunk so spoiled. Your mother skunk act like you supposed to have everything you want. Everything got to be your way. He went off on me. I called my friend Reet, my sister Reet. I called her. I was crying. And I'm like, I want to leave St. Thomas right now. He better be glad I can't fly by myself. And let me tell y'all something. I be in St. Thomas that I can go catch the taxi by myself. I'm gone and this and that. He looking for me. He looking for me. And he worried when I came back. He couldn't do nothing but hug me and say, baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because he know I am a very spoiled brat. I want everything my way. Even when it comes to cleaning, I want everything my way. Even in the morning time, if he off work and I come home, he ain't made the bed up. I'm upset. Because he know I am a clean freak. I want everything done correctly. Everything. And sometimes I have to see everything can't go your way. But with him, he be like, Tracy, anything you want to go your way. And you can go by his birthday, Father's Day or whatever. You can buy him anything. He is so happy for the little things that you do for him. But he said, He said, I am a very complicated woman.
That's true.
What? That's what?
That's true.
What? That's true. Y'all see that? He said, that's true. That's true. I am. I'm not going to lie. I am. He just can't come and say, Teresa, I'm going to take you out to eat. He don't buy me anything. What you said?
Oh, that's a problem right there.
He said it's a problem just to go out to eat and stuff. What you did? Y'all see my saints. Y'all see it. Even though they're not doing good, but y'all see it. But he said he don't like to take me out to eat. None of my kids. They don't like to buy me nothing because they say I am ungrateful. I am not ungrateful. It's just things that I like. So I'm not ungrateful. So the reason why I'm making this video, you know what? In a marriage, everything is not going to be perfect. You're going to have your ups and downs in a marriage, but it's up to you to work it out. It's up to you to work it out. And I look at it like this sometimes. Why give up on your marriage to go meet somebody else and be with somebody else? Because at the end of the day, you still got to work on that relationship. Then y'all got to get to know each other.
Why give up 99%
What?
to get 1%?
Y'all heard that? What you said, honey? Say it again.
Say, why give up 99% to get 1% to make 100?
Okay, y'all heard my husband. He said, why give up 99% for 1% to make 100. Okay? You already got that 100 at home. Why not work it out, okay? Why not try to work out what you got? Because at the end of the day, you still got to mow that grass on the other side. You still gonna have problems on the other side. So why give up on your relationship, your marriage, or whatever? Because it's nothing perfect. You got to have that you're gonna have to have that arguments in a relationship because they make it stronger. It make what you said? No, what you just said. Okay. That gonna make your relationship stronger. And communication. Communication. If it's something that you don't like about your husband, or the up there, look up there. Yeah, on the counter. It's something. I mean, it might be something that you don't like about your husband, or the husband.
I gotta tell him why save the world and lose your soul.
Say it again, husband. Okay. You know what? So
why save the world and lose your soul?
Just like he said, why save the world and lose your soul?
Wisdom is better than silver and gold.
Wisdom is better than silver and gold. Yes. So you know what? It's no relationship perfect. And people gonna talk about your relationship no matter what. You know why they're gonna talk about your relationship? Because their relationship ain't good. They don't want to see you happy because they unhappy. So they're gonna talk about your relationship no matter what. There's nobody with a perfect relationship. Nobody. So whoever sit there and tell me they got a perfect relationship, honey, the devil is a lie. Nobody have a perfect relationship. Like I put a video up. I put a video up of me and my husband dancing. So a lot of people are saying, oh, respect the kids, this and that. They want to make it like I'm just being this bad person because I put a video up of me and my husband dancing. But look how everybody doing. I mean, look at TV. But y'all want to try to make me look bad because I put a video up. Go ahead. Y'all want to try to make me look bad because I put a video up because me and my husband dancing. Hey, we're going to enjoy our life. 22 years and counting, we're going to enjoy our life. That's what it is about. When you in a don't do that. When you in a relationship, that's what it's all about. Making yourself happy. Making the person that you with happy. Enjoying life to the fullest. Let me tell you, every Christmas, since I've been with my husband, every Christmas, we always sit and we sit and look at Home Alone. We have a good time. That's what me and my husband do because that's what make us happy. Why try to please the next person or how a person feel about you and your husband relationship or you and your wife relationship and they ain't even much got a husband. No, you can come tell them, husband.
The only perfect relationship is the devil and God.
He said the only perfect relationship is the devil and God and the devil. But anyway, you know what? No matter what, people gonna always have something to say about your relationship. They don't want to see you happy. They want to see you down. Let me tell you, I'm living my life to the fullest with my husband, okay? I'm gonna have me a good time no matter what. And there's nobody with a perfect relationship. And then people always be like, oh, I'm gonna leave him because he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that. But honey, when you talking about leaving him because he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that, remember, you got to mow that grass on the other side. And them men's, when y'all talking about y'all leaving y'all woman, you know you got a good woman at home, you want to leave that woman because this woman look fine and the body, this and that. Child, that thing probably she don't even much know how to cook. She don't even must know how to clean. You doing everything while she's sitting at home all day long. You paying all the bills. And you left your wife, the one that cook and clean, and she still work every day. Every day. But you left her for somebody else. For somebody else that can't do what the woman that you had at home, what she was doing. And let me tell you something. One thing about me and my husband, when we stayed in our house, sometimes me and my husband go in the backyard and we just have picnics. Just me and him. I cook. We go sit in the backyard and eat. That's what we used to do. And when we stayed in our house, one thing about it, honey, we had dominoes, okay? We played dominoes every Friday, Saturdays, and even my Sundays. I love dominoes. My husband and them love dominoes. His friends from the island that live here in Tampa, they was right there. They was right there at our house, and we cooked. You can sit it down. Just turn it around. We cooked and everything. And when we cooked, let me tell you something. We played dominoes so much. And I cook. One of his friends will come over, they'll cook. But we played dominoes so much on a night that we did not play dominoes. You gotta come over so they can see me. On a night that we didn't play dominoes, you know what? The police be knocking at the door the next day. And I'll be like, why y'all knocking at my door? What happened? They be like, we just coming to check, make sure everything all right. I'm like, yeah, everything okay. They was like, because y'all didn't play dominoes last night. I'm like, oh, we didn't play dominoes because we did such and such. So we played dominoes. That's how good we are. Because the police used to come knock on the door asking why we didn't play dominoes. And we didn't have to worry about nothing. We had our garage up. The police come past. We cooked food. The police stopped. They ate or whatever. And we know when they was coming, we had food fixed for the police whenever they came by there. So we didn't have to worry about nothing. So anybody that's going through their marriage, going through something with their marriage, try to work on your marriage. Don't throw in the towel. Work it out. Because at the end of the day, when y'all got married, y'all was in love with each other. Y'all was in love. And being married, it's not easy. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the work. And nobody, you know what? I was 32 when I met you.
That's good.
I was 32 when I met him.
That's a good thing.
You know what? And it was not easy. I had to put in the work because I never had a man that really showed me love like him. I never ever really had a man that really just took care of me like he did.
Continue to.
Yeah, you continue to do that. Oh, that's so sweet of you. So you know what? And then, y'all know the lifestyle that I was living and stuff. And then I started working. So it was like hard for me to get used to somebody doing stuff like that for me. Even like when he buy me, and I be like, you ain't got to do that. And he be like, no. So I had to get used to all of that. All the things that he was doing for me. So it was meant for me to meet him. Well, he went to Chicago. He left the island, St. Thomas, went to Chicago, and came here to visit his sister. But he came here and got stuck on this Yankee, okay? When he met her, he couldn't go nowhere else, all right? He was stuck like Chuck. So, anybody going through something with your marriage, work on it. Don't give in the towel. Don't give in. Marriage is...
Unless it's totally wet.
He said, let the towel wet. But marriage is it's the work on the marriage. You know what? Let me tell you something. When I meet older people and they start talking to me and they tell me how long they've been married, you know what I say? I tell them, I pray that God bless me so that I can be married to my husband that long. I ask God that. So, you know what? Marriage is not easy. It takes work. It's going to take work. It takes time. And then, let me tell you something, especially if you're an independent woman. Mm-hmm. Independent woman, okay? Oh, it's kind of hard That's hard right there. It's very, very hard because when you used to doing everything on your own, everything, it's hard to get used to a man stepping up and start doing things. That was hard for me. That was hard. That was very, very hard for me right there. Do you think that was hard for me?
Maybe.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you something. This is what he used to be saying. Okay, the American people, y'all might not understand. So y'all might be saying, why he gonna say that? But the island people, y'all gonna understand. He be like, when he get mad, you so disgusting. It ain't disgusting in a, like I'm dirty or nothing like that. But y'all know how them island people, they got to throw all that little thing on you and try to do this. And I'm like, I throw his same thing on. Let me tell you something. When he talk noise to me and he be saying all that stuff, I say, kiss your mother skunt. Even the grandkids, when they be talking, he be talking noise, they be like. So sometimes, y'all, when he make me mad with him, and he go to talking noise, you know what I tell him? I be like, kiss your mother skunt and walk off. You know what I'm saying? And he can't take that. He cannot take that because I'm using the same thing that he used. Okay, I've been around him too long, and it's something that he be talking about like, and I just walk off. Listen, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Even like when he talking about arguing and stuff, and I don't feel like arguing with him. Well, he ain't too much gonna argue. I'm the one that do all the arguing. But when it eat me up. It eat me up. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It eat me up so bad when he said, your mother skunt. Oh my God, it's like somebody took a knife, like, skunt. So, marriage is about working. Marriage is about having fun. It's the simple things. It is the very simple things in a marriage. And then like somebody wrote me today to my, when you know about 38 years and this and that. Thank you. Thank you. I want to know about 38 years. I do. But I don't want to know about 38 miserable years. Look at you. I want to know about 38 happy years. That's what I want to do. I want to know about 38 happy years. You know what? If something happened to me, I want my husband to always remember me. Something happened to him, I want to always remember his aggravating butt too. I want to remember everything about my husband because my husband my best friend. Mm-hmm. And I love my husband so much. Even though he get on my nerves sometimes and I want to put him in a chokehold, mm-hmm. I wouldn't trade that for nothing in the world. Nothing. I love you. I would not trade that for nothing in the world because me and my husband have been through a whole lot. A whole lot. You know what? I mean, we have been through a whole lot. So a relationship is about putting work in and working together and not against each other. A relationship is about holding each other down, no matter what. Let me tell y'all something. He can tell you this right here. When my husband down on the ground, I'm gonna be that female to pick him up. Tell him.
Right or die.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Right or die.
When his bike against that wall, I'm gonna put him up off that wall. That's us. And then like, let me tell y'all, you know what? I gotta talk about this story right here, y'all. Me and my husband, I'm gonna talk about your mom right quick, okay? Well, anyway, I'm gonna just bring it up. But anyway, Me and my husband and I had just got married. We had a big wedding, y'all. We had over 250 people at our wedding. We had 2 van loads come from Miami.
4 days, 5
We don't know. I mean, we had people coming from the island. We had people coming from, oh my God, from everywhere. My family came up from Miami, Chicago. We had people coming from everywhere. We had over 250 people at our wedding. We had that Thursday night, we had a party when they came in. That Friday night, we had a party. That Saturday, we got married. And that Sunday, before everybody left, we had another party. We paid. We made sure. But anyway, after the wedding, it was something that was going on. And my husband had to leave to go back to the island. And my husband was like, he don't want to go because we just got married. And we got bills that we got to pay. What my husband was going for, I told him, you can always pick another wife. But what you going for, you can't never pick that. Never. And he was like, but the bills, I said, I don't care about no bills. You gonna be gone, I will sacrifice, because at the end of the day, me, I'm replaceable. I am replaceable. But what you going home for? Not replaceable, baby. You go home. You go home. And that day, when I took him to the airport, me and my auntie, and he got out that car, I hugged him. He hugged me, and I cried. He was like, baby, don't cry. I'll be back. I knew my husband was coming back, but it was just the point of being separated from him because we always together. We together 24/7. On time, right now, on time, we not together when he at Hard Rock. When he at Hard Rock or we at work. That's the only time we separated. But anyway, when he left to go, you know, I cried. And when he was in the island, my husband talked to me every day. But what my husband went back home for was way more important than me. Way more important. And I felt he needed to go home. He needed to go home because that was way more important than me, because like I'm telling y'all, I am replaceable. Replaceable. But what he went back home for, he can't replace that. When that's gone, you can't replace it. And if I would have been that type of woman and said, don't go, who would I would have been? I wouldn't have been a good wife. I wouldn't have been a good woman. And I wouldn't have been a good person to tell him not to go back home for that special reason. Because at the end of the day, I tell my husband all the time, that right there can't be replaceable, but I am replaceable. So when my husband went back home, I was so happy, but I was missing my husband. But he needed to be there. We talked every day. Even the time when I got up to go to work. He called me every morning when it was time for me to go to work. He called me in the morning to make sure I get ready. I take a shower, put on my work clothes. My husband called me until I got in the car. He called me as soon as I'm walking out the door. Me and them kids getting in the car. He talked to me all the way till I dropped them 3 kids off to my mama's house to get ready for school. And talked to me until I got ready to punch in to go to work. Called me when I got ready to punch out to do the same thing. Get off work, pick them kids up, and go home. So anybody on here who going through something in your marriage and you know you can work it out, work it out. Work it out. Because a marriage ain't easy. It's just up to you how you work it out and what you want. What you want in your marriage. And I feel in a marriage, when you got your best friend, somebody who gonna hold you down, somebody who gonna have your bite, that's a marriage right there.
Well,
Even with, let me tell y'all, even we was working at Bush Garden, November 17, 09. We lost our job. They laid us off because they was letting the highest people go, the highest paid people go. They laid both us off. It was they laid a lot of us off a week before Thanksgiving.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we had just let me tell y'all, I had just gave up my Section 8. We had just moved in a new apartment and they laid us off. I cried so much, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I cried so much. You know what he said? How you say you love the Lord and you serving the Lord and you crying? Where your faith at? And I just laid in that bed and I just cried. And he was like, get up. You say you're a Christian and you love the Lord, get up. You got to have your faith. And he went to throwing Bible scriptures at me. And so happened, let me tell you how God worked everything out. The rent lady called me. She said, Claudette, I know you lost your job and I know your ceiling falling in your apartment. If you could be out of here by such and such time, I'll cancel your lease. I moved out of that apartment and moved back into my old house with my daughter. Because I gave my daughter my Section 8. Moved out. And we went and we looked at a townhouse. And the realtor was like, both of y'all on get unemployment. I don't think she gonna rent her apartment out to y'all, her townhouse out to y'all, because both of y'all getting unemployment. You know what I did? That's why I tell y'all, start claiming stuff. You know what I did? And tell them, am I lying? I walked in there. I said, oh, my kitchen table look good right here. My china cabinet look good there. My sofa gonna look good there. I walked around and I started putting my furniture in that apartment, that townhouse. And that lady was standing there. That realtor was looking at me all crazy. And I told her, I said, Miss, I already see my sofa gonna sit good right there. And I went in there and I went there saying how I'm gonna put my bedroom set and everything. And she was like, I don't think she gonna rent it to you. Tell them how I set that furniture up in there. Let me tell you something. 2 days later, the realtor called. She said, Claudette, I don't know what it is about you, but Kathy said, let me rent my townhouse up to her. And she can work on the down payment, the deposit. I say, look at God. Look at God. Yeah. And we moved in there. We stayed in there, almost 9 years in that apartment.
That was 2009.
We stayed, how long we stayed there? In the apartment. And then it makes it so bad. When we moved into town, they knew we wasn't working. He got a job. I still wasn't working. But I started crying and I started feeling bad because he was working and I wasn't working. And I told him, I said, I feel so bad because you paying everything. And I'm only really getting a little unemployment check. You know what he told me? He said, I married you. You my wife. I'm going to take care of you. You need to stop that crying because when I married you, I said, I'm going to take care of you. So no matter what you're going in your relationship, work it out. If you can work it out, work it out. And don't be around here because you have an argument that they say, oh, I'm going to leave him. I'm going to leave her because y'all had an argument. Hell, that make the relationship better. Let me tell you something. Ain't no kids on here, so I'm finna talk, okay? That make the relationship better. And sometimes when you argue, the sex be so good. So you got to put in that work. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have them ups and downs. And you're going to have people coming against your relationship. Because people going to come against your relationship and talk noise no matter what. You know why? Because their relationship ain't good. Because they ain't put effort and work in their relationship. They don't want to see your relationship do good. They want to see you doing bad. And they want to see you and your spouse going through something. Or your partner. because they relationship ain't crap. And let me tell you something. You sisters on here, y'all better wake up. When that female come tell you, oh, I wouldn't put up with that. He couldn't do me like that. You know why she saying that? But honey, she trying to get what he doing for you.
Yeah.
She trying to get what he doing because her butt sitting back saying, oh, he doing that for her? Huh, let me get him. And when you turn your back, that old thing trying to get with your man. She trying to rub on him. She trying to kiss on him. She trying to do all that. That ain't your friend, baby. That ain't your friend. She trying to get what she can get from the things that she trying to get because she seeing what he doing. Because that's how some people do. They sit back and they saying, oh, they doing this for her. No, he doing that for her. Let me get that. He doing that for her kids, and them ain't even much his kids. Let me get him. Let me get him. So some of you women on here, y'all better wake up because everybody ain't your friend, okay? They sit up in your house and try to get what you can get. What you get, they trying to get. But hey, I'll be honest. Since we've been together, how many women sit up in him?
None.
He can tell you. I don't believe that women sitting up in my house.
None.
You ain't finna sit up in my house and see what's going up in here. And then I turn my back. You trying to take my husband, honey. What? Tell them again. What?
That ain't happen, baby.
Oh, that's right. Y'all heard him. That ain't gonna happen.
That ain't happen, baby.
That ain't gonna happen. Cause you know what? Women sit up in your house and they see everything you got and they want to try to get it. But see, you know what? They don't know the struggles that you went through to get it.
Exactly.
And they don't know the work you put in with your relationship.
So why you give up 99%?
Say it loud, baby.
So why you give up 99% to get 1% to
Y'all hear him? Why give up 99%
to get 1%?
To get 1% for 100.
To get 100.
You know what? And that's true. Yeah, that's true. People sit back and they look at your relationship, but they don't know the struggles that y'all going through to hold that relationship together. Even though some of y'all might not even much be married, but look at the struggles that y'all going through. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something. Don't let nobody make you feel mad feel bad because y'all ain't married. And they be talking, oh, you better get married, and that.
Got to.
You know what? That's paperwork, okay? Let me tell you something. Marriage is a business.
Exactly.
Marriage is a business. You know why it's a business? Because once y'all divorce and y'all got that money, y'all fighting over that money. So it's a business. It's how y'all handle that business. It's the work that you put in. Because you look at it, you know what? And then you just... people be saying, where your ring at? I ain't got to wear no ring. I know who I'm married to. I don't need no ring. I had a ring. I lost it. It's gone.
The ring in your heart.
Yeah, that's right. The ring right here in the heart, okay? Yeah, but for real, marriage is if you sit back, marriage is a business. When you get divorced, if you got money, look how much money you're going to be paying. Mm-hmm. Look how much money you're going to be paying.
How much money they pay when they go to the courthouse?
Yeah, and then you got to go to the court. You paying
but then you go to the courthouse and you got to pay a lot of money.
You got to pay at the courthouse too when you get ready to get married.
No, but when you get divorced.
And then when you get divorced, you spending way more money. Yeah. You spending way more money than you spent to get married.
So you basically don't spend.
Yeah, and then you know what? People be like, oh, this and that. Marriage is a business. Because if you got money, the alimony, the child support, oh, we're going to split everything 50-50. You know what? And some people can be so greedy.
So 50-50 and they come in 70-30.
And that's true. That's what he said, why is 50-50 and some of them come in 70-30.
Exactly. So 50-50 after the end.
Yeah. Marriage is a business.
I save the world on business.
So
wisdom is better than silver and gold.
Work on your relationship.
I'll take a drink on that, yeah.
He said he's going to take a drink on that one now.
Yeah. I save the world on business. So wisdom better than silver and gold. Take a drink on that, yeah.
So marriage is a business. And marriage is not easy. You have to put in work. You have to put in work to keep that marriage. And honey, this ain't no fairy tale. Don't think you finna get married. Oh, we finna live this fairy tale life, and we gonna have a white picket fence, and we gonna have all these kids and everything. And
Who
we.
they is Snow White?
He said, "Who they are? Snow White." So it's a workout. It's a workout. Cause y'all, sometimes he make me so mad. I feel like I've been at the gym working hard. Working out because I be want to pop him in the head sometimes. And I know some of y'all, I know some wives on here. I know some of the wives on here. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all be want to hit y'all husband in the head sometimes.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
But don't do it. I don't want nobody to go to jail. I don't want nobody to say, Teresa said, hit my husband in the head. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Because he could tell you, he make me so mad with him at times. So mad. Because he know every morning, I make my bed up. Every morning. I came home from work Friday. Oh my God. It's like, I said, I walked in the room. I said, he don't make the bed up. That sucker ain't made nothing. That sucker just took the blanket and threw it over the bed like he made it up. I called him and I went off on him. I said, you ain't make this bed up. I'm thinking you made this bed up until I pulled the blanket off and the sheet ain't fixed up or nothing. He was like, Tracy, you calling me for that? You calling me for that? And then my son, he was like, you know you're an aggravating woman. You calling that man to bother that man because he just threw the sheet over the bed? You crazy lady. Because they call me the crazy lady. But I just had to come on here tonight. You know what? To let y'all know, me and my husband. You know what? Marriage is not easy. It's what you put into it. And I know some of the women on here, y'all been married longer than I have. And I am praying that I make it to where y'all at. And I don't have it all down pipe, but I am thankful for what God have done in my marriage. You know what I'm saying? 22 years. And, you know, we've been together, 22 years, 18 married. Nobody could have told me years ago that I would be married and be with a man this long. You tell him again. Say it loud, baby. Say it.
Me too.
He said, me too. You know what? And I ask him all the time. I said, would you ever thought that you would have been married and been with somebody this long? No, he was like, no. Y'all heard what he said? Tell him. Look. Nope. You know what? And I asked his sister, I was like, did you ever think your brother would get married? They be like, nope. So it was something special about me. He just met this Yankee and he just couldn't get enough of her. That's what it was. You know what? And then I love my husband. So it's a workout. You know what? It's a workout. And don't never say that you can't find the right person. It's somebody out there always waiting. Somebody good. You know what? And the person always gonna come like at the right time. Because God know what you want. And God is gonna bless you.
Yeah,
He's gonna bless you. Let me tell y'all something. My husband can tell you, someday if I don't cook tonight, and I know he need lunch in the morning, I be done got up. I be done got up like 2. But tell him again.
3 o'clock in the morning.
I be done got up like 3 o'clock in the morning and cook the whole cooked his lunch.
And give me breakfast.
I be done got up 3 o'clock in the morning and I be done cook breakfast and lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care. Some people might be saying people say you get up and do that. You crazy? No, I'm not. I'm not crazy. I get up and do that because I love him. Because at the end of the day, he have my back, and he be there for me no matter what. This is my shoulder to crown. My shoulder to crown. Have my bike all the time. So I get up. He can tell. Sometimes I can't even much sleep. I get up 12 o'clock at night. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. Because I can't sleep. I go in my closet. I go to read my Bible. I go in there and pray. And sometimes I even much don't got in there. I don't cry so much. I be in my closet crying. And he opened the door and he be like, "You all right, Tracy?" And I tell him, I say, "Close the door. I need to cry. I need to get this cry. I need to cry." And he be like, "No, what's wrong?" I tell him, I say, "Please close the door. Let me cry." I be on my knees in my closet crying. Because I told y'all I got a prayer closet. I be in there, I be crying, praying to God, sitting there, read my Bible. And then I get up and, you know what? I get up, I cook breakfast. I cook breakfast for him and my son before they get ready to go to work. Sometimes I be on cook dinner. Cook to make sure that he got lunch and stuff. And some people be like, some women, they be like, "You crazy. I wouldn't do that." Yeah, I do that. I do that because I know the type of man that I have. And I know even if I start working today, this man's still going to have my back no matter what.
Yeah.
So that's why I do the things I do. Not just to do for show and tell. And I tell people all the time, I don't care how much you go. You know what? A man look at a woman hard. A man look at what a woman can do. It's not all about a body or none of that. Because at the end of the day, you can't take that body to the rent office.
Body and material things.
You can't take that body to pay the Tico bill, none of that.
Things, body and material things, yeah. So we need material things.
So
real things.
And every time, and everybody know us. Every time we hanging out somewhere, it's me and him.
Yeah, baby.
Before he hang out, he used to hang out with all his friends. I used to be so mad because I'd be the only female. Yeah, the only female with a bunch of men.
Yeah.
And then if we going somewhere, they call, "Teresa, you got the tickets? Teresa, did you book everything?" I'm like, "What? Why y'all wives ain't cutting it?" But I look at it like this, because me and him, we can go anywhere. Me and my husband have. Me and my husband went to my stepmama house one time.
Spanish people.
We didn't even much know the people. It was some Mexican people staying across the street. Next thing you know, we over there at the party with the Mexican people.
Yeah.
And the way the people was acting, you would have sworn the people knew us forever.
Yeah.
And we got ready to go. They giving us their phone number and everything, telling us come back and visit us. Yeah, because one thing about it, no matter where me and my husband go at, we have fun. We have fun. And you know what? I put a video up of me and my husband dancing at the beach. I was talking about it. One thing about it, we gonna have fun because, like I tell you, that we always say tomorrow not promised, the next minute not promised. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Make you and your husband happy. A husband, make you and your wife happy. Y'all know y'all used to having good times. It's all about having good times. You know what I'm saying? It's about you and them making memories. You know what? Why care about what the next person say? Because at the end of the day, they still going to have something to say about your relationship. And their relationship, like, boom, ain't even much got a relationship. You know what? Sometimes some men be so happy to get away from home because they can't stand their wife because their wife nag. Wow. And that's the same thing as a woman. She be so happy to get away from home because her husband just nag. Don't want to do nothing. Don't want to have fun. You got to have fun in your relationship. You got to make your relationship exciting. That's what you got to do. Make your relationship exciting. Do stuff. Sometimes I can come home. He can be where he be like I came home Thursday. He be like, "You ready?" I'm like, "Well, hell, I just walked in the house. I got to take a shower." Well, I'm waiting. I'm ready to go. Where we going at? You know what? Sometimes we get up. We go to Outback. Last time we went to Outback, next thing you know, we met so many friends. Because we like to have fun. It's all about having fun in your relationship. It's all about being happy.
Yeah,
It's all about doing things that you want to do, you know what I'm saying, to make yourself happy, make your relationship happy. You got to put that work in that relationship. So we put our work in our relationship. Even, and let me tell you something, me and him can have the biggest argument in the house. But we walk outside, you'll never know we had an argument. Never know. Because what go on in him, that's between me and him. But when we go outside, people never know. Because you know what? We wind up, we still gonna have fun. We still have fun. So life is about being happy, making each other happy.
Life is happiness, man.
Yeah, life is all about being happy.
If you're not happy, you're not living.
Yeah, but just like he said, if you're not happy, you're not living. You're not living. So, y'all enjoy y'all night. Y'all have a good time. Me and my husband got to go finish our Christmas movie. Because we was just talking. I just came on here. Go ahead, child.
And we cocktail. We're going to the movie and the cocktail.
Yeah. So, enjoy. You know what? It's the Christmas holiday.
Cheers.
You know what? You and your spouse, y'all sit down, y'all look at a movie, enjoy, laugh, find something. Because we love Home Alone, okay? You can have all of them if you want them. So we finna sit back and enjoy our night. So, what you said?
No, so I just cook all three.
So, y'all enjoy y'all night. Y'all love on y'all spouse. Happy holiday. So y'all enjoy y'all spouse. You know what I'm saying? It's all about being happy, and it's just the little things. You know what? The little things that uplift a person. Like, if I was sitting here looking at Home Alone, we do this every year. Christmas tree, fireplace, Home Alone.
That's original.
So that's what we finna do. But y'all have a blessed night. And I just came on here for one thing, and it went on and on. You know what I'm saying? But y'all be safe and enjoy each other. Bye-bye.